Subscribe to Fat and Broke.
Xin chào, what's up everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name is Fat and Broke, Chris. We're in Saigon City, Vietnam. In this video today, we are going to talk about moving here in 2023. What are your options? Can you stay here on a visa? Can you get a teaching job? Can you get a regular job? I already shot this video on this camera, but it was in slow-mo mode, so we're gonna redo it. So to answer all your questions, yes, you can get an okay teaching job here still. You must have the right kind of education in that field. You can live here on the current 90-day e-visa that they have. They do let you right now, as of now, renew it unlimitedly. So short form answer, if people want to be out of here in under 1 minute with this video, it's very easy to live here on a 90-day tourist visa right now. There are shortcomings and pitfalls to it that can cause potential headaches after the long run, and we'll get into that and explain all that as we get into the video. I am very much under the weather, very, very sick, so please bear with me if I'm a little slow. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been a little under the weather, so hopefully I get better in the next few days. But as you can see, we're on a different camera. The Sony ZV-1, the camera we usually shoot on, is no longer, it gave up its ghost on the lens, so I've got to get a new camera. So we'll be using this old camera till then. That's okay. We'll be raising funds for a new camera over on kick.com live streaming. If you want to join over there and contribute during the stream, feel free to go on over there. So yeah, first things first, can you live here on a 90-day tourist visa? And yeah, for sure, 100% you can. There's people that were living on the 30-day tourist visa quite consistently with no problem. The government as of now isn't monitoring people that are renewing their visas back to back to back. You know, they're letting you kind of live here on that. Is it possible to rent an apartment easily? Yes, they don't care that you have a short-term visa. As long as you have the money, you'll be able to rent an apartment. It's actually one of the easiest places in the world to rent an apartment. They don't vet you or check you or anything. They just make sure you have the money, and you're gonna sign like a 1-year lease. So as far as like teaching and all that stuff here, you can do that as well. As far as teaching goes, there's a YouTuber by the name of Ninja Teacher. I'm not affiliated, I don't know the guy, never met him, never watched his videos. I do know he does teaching stuff, so if you're keen to learn about teaching, I would recommend his channel. Again, I have no affiliation, yada, 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 yada. Now, as far as teaching goes, I would recommend that you work at a reputable teaching school, a reputable language school, reputable everything if possible. So stay away from like the scummy, chilly, bad reputation learning centers that are online. You know, you used to be able to teach here without much paperwork. Now, in order to get like an actual legit good teaching job, they're going to have to require a college education. You know, most likely in the field of teaching. TEFL. Again, I'm talking about a bunch of things I have no idea about because I would never teach and never will teach. So again, I can't really tell you much. You need to look at other sources for that, but there's definitely a pitfall of working illegally in a teacher and risking deportation if they go around and like check at the school and see if your paperwork's not legit. They don't do that much, but it does happen. So it's just be something that you want to be aware of in case it does happen. And then as far as like getting a normal working job, you know, I have quite a few friends here that make big bucks and higher end office jobs or like COO positions and like, you know, big companies like, for example, like an LG. So it's very possible to find a job here and get job relocated here as well. So you can start doing that. If you have a skill set in a particular field, start going on like Glassdoor. There's a couple other Vietnam job places. And start putting your resume on there and start looking for a good job. You'd be surprised. You're not going to rake in crazy figures as a programmer here, but you probably pull down like 80 grand a year. And for the cost of living here, that's, you're making your 150 back in America, you know. So there's actual like legit jobs you can do here. The horn. This guy's amazing. He honked the horn. guarantee that guy's gotten in a couple wrecks. If you drive like a Vietnamese, you will get in a car accident or a motorcycle accident eventually. It'll just catch up with you. There's no time to adjust if a split-second thing happens, and the Vietnamese have been driving since they've been little kids, so they have very good reaction time. Almost 99% of white people that are out here driving do not have the kind of reflexes and reaction time they have for split-second decisions during driving. And then when you add speed into it, sports bike, things happen. That's for another video for another time. So yeah, you can definitely get a successful, just regular job here and get relocated here, you know, and I fully recommend that too. The big problem you'll have on the, let me check how many minutes. Okay. Not gonna make it much past 9 minutes. I gotta go home after this. I'm so tired. I don't know, I got some kind of cold, you know. So the problem you're really gonna have, the biggest problem I think you have on the tourist visa here a long time, is no access to Vietnamese banking. You can't get a Vietnamese checking account right now without access to, I'm gonna put something in the bag. Without access to, take this off. Come on, this needs to be there. Let me stick it with that. So without access to the Vietnamese banking account, it becomes hard. You wouldn't think it would be that hard, but it becomes inconvenient because all the like fees add up. So like the foreign transaction fees start to eat you alive after the years go on. So your best bet is to get either a checking account where you're from that has no foreign transaction fees, or, you know, try to set up shop here, which is pretty hard without a temporary resident card. I don't know if they're gonna bring back banking for these 90-day visas. We haven't found out yet, but I'll keep you updated if they do allow you to open a checking account. Because if they just allow you to open a checking account, they just allow you to open a checking account where you can money transfer and pull out cash within person in the ATM or at the bank, and that's fine. That'll work fine. So hopefully they might bring that back. So time will tell on that stuff. We got to really kind of watch and monitor everything and see how it goes. Again, all this thing can change with time. Man, taxi drivers are so annoying now. Tourist areas are getting even annoying with the taxi drivers. Again, another video for another time. But if you're deciding is now the time to move to Vietnam, it is. The housing market's in a downward spiral right now in Saigon because they over-evaluated the housing market over the past year. And people just simply didn't bow to the higher pricing. So there's a great deal of inventory. There's a lot of opportunity, particularly in Saigon. If you're a single male or a single woman and you're ready for a change in your life and you're tired of the rum rat race of living in a Western society, come here. And if you do work for a Vietnamese company, I think they have one of the more positive working environments that I've ever seen in my life. You know, they treat their staff pretty well. You even get to take a nap during lunch. So I mean, it's totally night and day different from working from America. So really, I think now is the time to move, especially if you want to secure a nice apartment. Over the next year, and once they start building the subway, like other lines, all this stuff's just going to get more expensive. This will get more expensive when they open even Ba Saan 1. So just opening Ba Saan 1 is going to make it infinitely easy. The other method you can use to stay here is you can open a business, which is pretty expensive, or you can sponsor in a business. Again, there's other YouTubers for that. There's Duong Global. I have never met the guy, never watched the video. I know he's an attorney here that handles that type of stuff, so check his page out for like legal stuff on that. I'm not an attorney, so you'd be far better off getting advice from like a professional, but I do believe he helps people that want to invest in something and to get a TRC that way. Again, I'm not sure, just find out on your own, but I'm told from other people. So again, no affiliation whatsoever. Never met the person. So I mean, those are really the ways. You can be a teacher. You can even come and do I I know somebody on a student visa right now. So you can even get a student visa if you go to school. I think it's 30 hours a week to like some kind of school here. They give you a student visa. I remember that's how it was explained to me. Again, I don't know what countries they allow for the student visa and all that stuff. As I said in the video, unfortunately, my main YouTube camera is no longer with us. It is actually like straight up broken. So it's cost too much to fix it. It's too old of a camera. I have to get a new one. I don't know what camera we're gonna get yet. Between the Sony EV1 and the DJI Pocket 3. But I think we'll get the Sony, oh, what's up, bro? EV1, because it already fits in like with a lot of my components and stuff. You know, I have the gimbal for it. I wouldn't need the wide angle lens that broke my ZV-1. The wide angle lens and screwing that thing on is what broke that camera. You know, it wasn't meant for a wide angle lens, so we got a lot of years out of it. It's a couple $100 to fix it. I will eventually fix it, just not now. So hopefully we make some money on the live streams and I'll be able to get a new camera. Till then, we're really gonna just exclusively be shooting on this camera here. So, see the thumbnail maybe? Get these thumbnails. So we'll be shooting on this camera for, who knows, maybe a couple months. It's $650 for a new camera, either one I get. I'm probably gonna get the Sony. They treat me good with all their products. That is the video. If you want to support me in additional ways and see all kinds of extra content, I'm actually shooting the end of the month Patreon videos tomorrow, even though I'll be sick. I'll still go out for 2 hours and shoot 3 videos for the last of the month for Patreon. So all kinds of stuff over there. It's crowdfunded. I get a large percent of that money. They don't take a lot. It's a good way to help me out, and if you want direct access to me. So thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one. Stay frosty. I'm done. Peace out.